Praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Dash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone that told me what I know today, through the inspiration and through the power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And Shalom to the Yakim Wafiyam. And I can't forget, second of all, I should have said, giving your deserved salutations to you, Akim, forwarding this ministry worldwide. And this your brother Laban. And I got some news concerning the mark of the beast. And we're going to begin by reading this article over here, to be exact, from the Mail Online, which is the only article, as you can see, that I only have. So, as this reads, China develops brain chip that lets monkeys control robotic arms with their minds. Chinese scientists claims to have designed a brain implant that allows a monkey to control a robotic arm using just its mind. Researchers at Nankai University shared the announcement on the 5th of May, phrasing it as a breakthrough that will improve the lives of people with disabilities. The brain-computer transforms electroencephalogram, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, EEG signals into the animal's control instructions to navigate the machine with food attached. The research has been peer-reviewed and the claims which cannot be verified independently are only available in a statement on the university's website, as you have it right here. So let's just play a little bit of this right here. Got this student music in the background, man. Alright, that's it, man. I'm laughing because they playing this stupid music in the background, so just bear me on that, man. But yeah, you know what I mean, they showing you right that the technology is expected to help people with disabilities, as this says. Alright, so this reminds me of what is read in the book of Revelation 13 and verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had wound by a sword and did live. So this is the devil we're talking about. And I mean, even though it says China develops brain chip, but the idea comes from the devil, because the idea of the devil is to unify everybody as one, and as well as not only just doing that, but as well as controlling the minds of many. So let's sell this brand to the public, saying that, look what we can do. And I mean, I've spoken about this particular topic before in regards to what the brain chips can do. I mean, how it can really help people that are disabled for real. You know, people that are limbless, people that are paraplegic. I've showed you a video some time ago, if you brothers remember. This individual, he was driving a NASCAR and he was able to turn a car with just by turning his head around. Right, and just by thinking about the gas, he was able to gas the NASCAR, drive it basically. All right, so this devil is showing his technology what it's capable of by wooing the public, so that eventually you can be persuaded in getting this. And if you have a loved one that is disabled, that is paraplegic for the most part, you can allow them to actually go and get this. And you may want to go get you one of these brain implants yourself. Okay? And there's information on how you can actually, with these brain implants, you can access information and download that stuff in your mind, and you can become smart. So again, the way they're selling this implantable device, especially for the brain chip in this case, you know, it looks like it could very well do a lot of justice, man. So this devil, man, he's looking to get a lot of people on his team to receive this mark, so that eventually he can control you. All right. As a matter of fact, I used the wrong term. It's not even a team thing. It's about you being persuaded to come under this technology so that these technocrats can control your mind. all right, which they're a team of themselves, and you're just an outsider that they need to control. The large masses of the population, in this case. So let me read this again. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Because if you can unparalyze somebody, that's a miracle. If you can take someone that has no limbs to drive a car, that is a miracle. And this technology, which was formulated because of what? Left-hand side spirituality, which the Most High has a part to play in that, in that, which really the Most High has a part to play in that anyway. Is to simply bring this in, and so that eventually prophecy can play out of this mark coming into fruition, man. Okay, so what I also want to read is this as well. This is Ecclesiasticus, what is it? Or Sirach, chapter 12 and verse verse 10. Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. So this reads, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So you can't trust this man. If this man tell you to go right, you better go left. Because this devil, man, he's plotting. And I want to read this too. The reason why you have this mark that he's showing you and what his capabilities are, because he's plotting against someone. And most likely he's plotting against the just in this case, which is the Israelites. If he can get a lot of Israelites under this technology, then that means he can stop the kingdom. And that's really what these devils want to believe. They want to believe that they can stop the kingdom of the saints from happening. If they can get a lot of us under this mind control, all right, through this mark. Because once you receive that mark, you're going to declare to the Most High and the angels that you've pretty much taken on their imprint. And now, instead of you claiming the Heavenly Father as your one and only power, you're going to declare and claiming that the banking elite are your one and only power. And with that being the case, according to them, kingdom cannot be. But the Most High have already put it in the spirit of men to do exactly what his will is. And you're going to have a lot of people that's going to take the mark. But does that mean the kingdom is going to be prevented from coming? No. What the Lord is going to do is allowing these people to undergo that procedure because they don't have the faith anyway. And the second wave of death is going to come through. In other words, the second death. Let me just put it that way instead. The second death is going to come and wipe a lot of people out. Just like what he did during the time of the flood. When the flood came in around, that was to wipe away the wicked among the people. And there was a lot of wicked people that needed to go. So what the Lord is going to do, the Lord is going to use these devils to persuade the minds of many to receive that mark, to wipe them off, to include them in the second death. That's what that's all about. But these devils, they think if we can get all of these people to be influenced by taking this mark, then we can stop the kingdom and we can rule forever. That ain't going to be the case. Once they get done doing all of that, they going right into slavery. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. And the Lord shall laugh at him when he seeth that his days is coming. And these devils are about to see that their days are coming. Okay? Especially when the Messiah make his second return. Psalms 37 verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Exactly. And the Lord is laughing at them through us. Because it's very clear that the prophets, the ambassadors, the examples of the Lord can clearly see that this man is on his way out. And we're in and the ones of us are in a state of joy of seeing this go down anyway. All right. So now I want to read Revelations, 17. Revelations, we'll begin by reading the first verse. Revelation 17 and verse 1. Let me move this out the way. This reads, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, which the waters represents the people, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. That's the idea of women being trumped over men, and as well as you can have changing of genders and what have you, and the manner of wickedness that goes on in the West can also happen in other countries too, if they take on board this form of democracy of the West. Verse 3. So he carried me away in his spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of name of blasphemies, having the seven heads and the 10 horns. So this beast is above many waters, and this is why China, and this is the point why I wanted to read this, and this is why China is developing a brain chip for their population, because it's all under the demand of the West. All right, and especially if America brings this into the forefront and promotes this in their country, than the rest of the other world nations around the world. The rest of the nations around the world have to be included in this. It's a must. Okay, otherwise, bad things can happen if they don't. So now let's go and read the book of Revelations 13 and verse 15. And this is why I have to read this too. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And what is the beast system? Rome. So if these nations don't get down and in touch with the Western idea of the implantable device, they're going to be dealt with. As well as you've had in the past. You've had many prime ministers and presidents that didn't go along to get along. They were taken out. Okay, so if you don't acknowledge the identity, if you're not identifying yourself with the system, then something's gonna give, according to them. And this is what's gonna happen when they come through with this technology to the people. People are gonna have to make up their mind whether they're gonna accept this or be put to death, possibly. Okay, and he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, receiving mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So there you go. So with this technology, as we keep going over time and time again, it's going to be made mandatory. It's going to be equivalent to you having to get your birth certificate. And speaking of your birth certificate, that will be included in that chip as well. All right. And guess what? This devil is going to cause all. So that includes people even in different countries, especially well-developed countries anyway. All right. One of them being China in this case, which is thriving because they're selling their resources and have been doing that for years to America. Okay. So that's pretty much the deal right there. That's all I really want to go into. This devil is deceiving many people with this technology, wooing the public, or trying to, and in some cases is, to get you persuaded to undergo the procedure of taking this mark. All right. So yeah, that's it right there.